what's happening. I think I'm gonna take my headphones off. Hold on. Okay, let me take my headphones off. Hopefully y'all can hear me okay. Um, Learn from those who inspire you, okay? So there are, we had Halloween and we had the Day of the Dead and we had a lot of spiritual activity going on. So understand this. At this time, you have a lot of beings from different places, okay, that are protecting, that are guiding, that are leading you on the path that is righteous, okay? So you have elemental spirits that want, okay. All right, so we got elemental spirits walking with us. We have a lot of Sylphie. I think that's what they call Silky. And then there's I heard gnomes, fairies. Um, there's I forgot what it's called, but it's a kind of they build them out of rock. There's just what is it? What are they called? Just know that you are sacred and you are, I want to say, safe, because there's something that you're doing that safety. Okay. So, and then all those dings, that's confirmation of what I'm saying. Okay. What is it? It's not a gnome. It's not a gnome. It's like a rock. It's like a rock, and mm, I just heard you are the full blown alchemist. Okay, full metal alchemist. Okay, so you're utilizing all the elements to create and co-create. Okay, so yeah, you have all the elements that want to work with you. So you got to utilize them. Okay, because they're already a part of your body: air, water, fire, earth. The body is the earth. Ashes to acid, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Okay, then you have fire, because your heart, it beats and it burns, right? When you feel warmth in your body, the cells, like everything heats up inside of you from the passion, from the joy, from the drive, okay? Then you have what's another one? Earth, which is the body. I already said that one. So you have air, from the air that flows through your lungs. That is the element of air, right? It's already inside of you. As you breathe it in and out, you wouldn't be able to function without being able to breathe. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Then you have the element of water. Our body is what, 70% water, okay? Water flows through us. If we are so dehydrated and the water, we're not getting enough water to our cells, our body starts tripping. Okay. I remember this girl, she was doing a rap thing and she was she made a song. She was like, "These hoes be tripping. Like I won't bat you in your walk you like a dog to your A to your something." That was ghetto. But she definitely was trying to get a message across, and I think she got that message across big time. Okay? Facing your fears. Okay? We are in a human form, okay? We are in a human vessel, okay? And our body is a vehicle, okay? Our body is made of the earth, okay? We have all these different elements inside of us. We are powerful. But what do we allow? We allow the fear, the worry, the anxiety, okay? Because we don't know what's going to happen next, right? And our worries about it. But we are moving into this space where you're going to have to start moving by faith, because a lot of what you're going to see is not going to show you that that things are possible. A lot of what you're going to see is going to deter you and bring you lower and lower in your frequency. So right now you're literally moving into a space where you are going to have to really move by faith, not by sight. You're going to have to feel things out. That's why they keep saying work on your heart and work on how you feel, and release this and release that, because you're really going to have to move in that space. You're going to have to move in a space of trust, ultimate, not questioning, true faith. This is where you be tested, because what's going to be shown around you is not going to show you um that you're on the right path all the time. Okay, you're going to have to really walk by in your reality, in your story that you're moving through, right? That you got this and that you're okay. Because if you notice in this card, she's blindfolded. She's blindfolded, and she has a flower, and it's like she's resting. So you have to be able to rest in the peace of knowing that God got you and that your spiritual team got you. All you had to do was ask, and then they was going to lead you to the right person, to the right place, to the right thing. They were going to open the doors. Okay, they just need you to, the door is cracked. Now you just got to push the door open. Okay, that's where we're moving. This is the space that you're moving in. You're going to have to move truly by faith and not by sight. To trust, to truly ultimately trust that you have guidance and that you have the wisdom within you. Okay, and those intuitive nudges to go do certain things, I'm telling you, you're going to need to really trust that. You're going to have to really trust that moving into this space where we're moving right now, because we are in the great reset right now as we speak. And the great reset does not mean that you have to suffer through this change, okay? But you're going to have to move not by sight, but move by your knowing internal and your internal compass of where you need to be, who you need to be around, what you need to let go of, and what you need to accept and allow in. Because she is blindfolded, but she seems so at peace, okay? And guess what? You see the horse? It is leading her. She's not just, the horse is what's carrying her. Now, your spiritual team is not saying that, they're going to do everything for you. No, what they're going to do is they're going to guide you. All of a sudden, you get a feeling to go down to 7th Street, okay, and go into a certain store. And you happen to go into the store and you just get a feeling, oh, I'm just going to get a water. And you go into the store and you meet somebody that could change your whole life, somebody that is valuable. Okay, they have a place in society where they make rules and they do things and they shift things. Okay, they are shakers, movers, and shakers. You just go into the store and you might meet somebody who gives you the right words or awakens an idea inside of you. And that idea changes everything. You just don't know. So this is why it's very, very important that you really now walk by faith and not by sight. We cannot walk by sight, because what we're going to see moving forward is not what you know to be truth internally. Because inside of you is God. So if inside of you, you get these nudges, these feelings. You ever go somewhere and you get this weird feeling about a person, so you kind of standoffish and kind of stay away from them, but they're all smiling and all that, but you get this weird feeling about them? Yeah. You got to trust that internal compass, because that's God inside of you speaking to you. Okay? Because you cannot walk by sight. Okay? We are not in the age of Pisces anymore. We're not in that age anymore. We're in the age of Aquarius. And Aquarius, they move by their internal compass. They move in not just in solidarity with themselves, but in solidarity within themselves with others. So the Aquarius is not going to lose themselves to help others. It is going to accept itself, themselves, okay? Themselves, all themselves in their body. They accept who they are, and then they help others. And then they are open to others. So right now you're in a space of facing whatever fears you have, because the world's going to show you all these fears that you may have had. But you got to show the world that that's not my fear anymore. You notice that, like, when you overcome something like when people, okay, perfect example. Somebody picks on you because you're overweight. They always say, oh, you fat this and you fat that. Negative things about you because of your weight, right? And then you get to a place within yourself where you finally just accept where you are. And then all of a sudden, once you accepted where you are, now the weight slowly is coming off you. And now you're in this space, and even come off you. You are in this space where you've accepted who you are. So now this person or these people cannot come at you using that because you've overcame it. It doesn't bother you anymore. It doesn't matter. So you are in this space where you are being called to and guided to not walk by sight, and not to allow, you got to do the work to overcome whatever people are trying to use against you to clutch you down. That's like people that know you are addicted to weed, or they know you're addicted to alcohol, and they always got some for you because they want to keep you stagnant. They know that you always overdo it, so they're always going to offer you the thing that they know is your issue. They want you to stay stuck. They want you to stay in that sickness. Addiction is a sickness. And we all have something that is our vice. And we're all learning how to balance it out. No one, well, some say you got to completely get rid of it. And then there's those who is like, you really just need to get a balance of it. Because this is your world, we're all just a part of the story that you created. So just balance everything out. Stop overdoing everything. Whether it's work, whether it's eating, whether it's drugs, whether it's alcohol, like whatever you're doing, balance that out, okay? Because what happens is you're going to come to a point where you don't want it or need it at all. You're going to come to that point where you don't need it at all. But until then, at least try to balance it. At least start that process. And then you will come to the point where you no longer need it. It's no longer controlling you because you've balanced it out. So now you no longer need it. Okay? So we are not walking by sight. We are walking by faith. We are walking by the inner knowing that something is going to give. Something is going to shift. Something is going to change. Something is happening, but we can't see it because the world is just showing you an illusion, something deceptive. We are in a great reset. So not everything you see is the truth of the matter, but it may seem like the truth in the moment. But once you start feeding into it, it becomes that truth. So you got to decide what is the truth that you want to live in and live by, okay? I walk by faith and not by sight, okay? That's where we got to move, because that's what the age of Aquarius is all about. It's technology, advancement in different areas, being whole within oneself. But because of your wholeness, you can now accept others into your world. But because many of us have gone through things where we didn't feel wholeness, we were always whole, but we didn't feel it. And because we didn't feel it, or we didn't think we were whole, we accepted problems, we accepted people and places that was not of our highest good, okay? So oh yeah, the song that's coming to my mind is Blessed Assurance, Yeshua is mine. Oh, what a fortress of glory divine. This is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior all the day long, okay? So you got to understand that your voice has power, your words have power, your thoughts have power, your emotions have power, and they all align together, okay? So there is a thing called the seven heavenly seven heavenly order or something like that, and then there's a seven deadly sins, okay? And right now, those of us who know, we know. Those of us who got the gift, we have been battling. We have been fighting for others. We have been giving to all and fighting against the toxicity, the lower realms, the lower entities, the people, the places, and the things just by our mere presence, by our talking, our love, our conversations, our understanding, our healing powers, right? Some of us, the healing comes from the heart. Some of it, the healing is coming from the hand. Some of it is coming from the crown of your head. Some of you is coming from your feet, okay? It's the healing comes from different parts of your body, okay? So just understand that a lot of you have been doing work, healing, giving, supporting, nurturing. And it's been a battle. It's been an uphill battle and challenge because you're the only one that's been doing it where you are. But guess what? You're being led to meet the right people who are on the same path as you, who are doing what you're doing, okay? But differently. So we're all coming together to meet our tribe. We're all coming together to meet our tribe, to overcome these 7 deadly sins. So where I'm weak, may the weak say, I am strong. May the poor say, I am rich, because of what the Lord has done for us. Give thanks with a grateful heart. Give thanks to the Holy One. Give thanks because He's given Yeshua the Christ. Yeah, so we got to give thanks to everything that we have, you know, whether people with it or not. The 7 deadly sins, those are the things that we are fighting against. Okay, when you see your fellow brother and sister, you are here to help them fight against those sins. Okay, and here we have the unicorn, and once again, the covering, the carrying. She is being carried. You know, there's a story in the Bible about how Jesus was walking, and or the man was walking, but there was only one set of footprints, because what happened was that he was being carried. He couldn't make it anymore, and he needed help. And then I also think about wrestling, and when there's teams, the wrestler teams, and got to tap out, and so they got to tap their partner in to get them to come in. And so we're in this space where we tap out. Sometimes we tap out. We can't keep going. It's hard as heck. It's challenging. We done got hit with so much spiritual warfare and physical warfare, right? And so it's just so hard to keep going. And then so that's when you gotta take the pride aside and talk to your spiritual team and ask, I need help. And what happens? They come through. And you heard the ding, all the dings when I'm speaking, that's all confirmation, okay? And the ding, and what do? They come through. You tap them in. So they come, and you tap, and here they go. They come through with the clutch. Ready? They come through with the clutch, ready to bust a gun, okay? Ready to come through for you. All right? All those that have been attacking you, coming for your loved ones, okay? They coming in to help you. All you had to do is say, I seek justice. Divine retribution. Justice for these injustices that are going on against these fellow women and men, these children, these mothers and fathers, these elderlies, like we speak it that the justice must be served. Justice. Justice for all the nameless ones who have died without anyone ever knowing that they're gone. Justice for those who are in unmarked graves. Justice for those who passed away all alone with no one to comfort them in their final hours. Maybe in the spirit they had some comfort, but they didn't have any comfort in the physical because they were alone. So justice and peace for them. Peace for those who have passed away and they were all alone. Justice for those who passed away because someone hurt them and that person has not received for what they did. Justice for them. Justice for all those babies that are no longer here because the cruelty of man. Justice for them. Justice for all the mothers who have to deal and do everything alone. Justice for them. And they're keeping going and they're holding down a fort. Justice for the fathers who are not able to be a part of their children's life, but they are doing the right things. The woman just not right. Justice for that. Justice for all of these sisters and brothers that are hurt and killed, minding their business, just because somebody was having a bad day or somebody held a grudge. Justice for that. Justice for the elderly, the seniors, those who have lived a long life, those who have gone out of their way to support, uplift, heal, and help the community or help those in their family, and they have passed and they was hurt by the people that was supposed to be taking care of them in their final years, because they couldn't remember people stealing their money, because they couldn't speak clear in their mind and people was hurting them. Justice for them. Justice for those who have been within this system, that have been abused by the system. That justice for those who are supposed to be paid for the work that they do and are not even being acknowledged. Justice for them. And may they all find peace. Justice for those who are wounded in battle because they think they're fighting for their country in senseless wars. Justice for all of these children that have been trafficked, that have been hurt, that have been abused. And then they have to grow up with these mental disorders and these diseases and these spirits attached to them because of somebody's cruelty. Justice for those who are sick, who have to take all these medications and cannot afford their medications. Justice for people all around the world who are suffering and cannot seem to see a glimmer, a slither of light, a hope. Justice for them. It is divine retribution, and you got to speak life. You got to declare and decree. You got to speak it as though it is. And we call in justice. We call in the spirit of justice. And that spirit don't play. We call in the spirit of peace that passeth all understanding. We call in the spirit of hope. We call in the spirit of resilience to be able to come back out of whatever trials and tribulation presents itself. We call on the spirit of resilience. We call on the spirit of truth, that we continue to find out what is true and move in that space. We call on the spirit of love, that we may find love again within ourselves and those around us. I call on justice for those who have been abused, raped, assaulted, mentally, physically, emotionally abused. I call upon justice for those children in these group homes, in these elderly, in these adult group homes and rehabilitation centers and hospitals. And I call on justice for those who are getting hurt and abused because they don't have anybody to speak up for them. The cruelty of man when man thinks you are all alone. Little do man know that physically you may be alone, but in the spirit, how powerful you are. Seek ye the kingdom of God. I call upon justice for all these injustices. The system knowing that it's the people, these businesses, knowing they're supposed to pay their people, and they're not. I call on justice. I call on justice for those who are supposed to receive funding and money or whatever belongs to them, and it was stolen or hidden. I call on justice so that they may receive what it belongs to them. I call for justice for those who've been doing the right thing and been righteous, and all they've been experiencing is people who abuse them, use them, and hurt them on different levels. Yeah. It's okay to be alone. It's okay. Na, 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 na. It's okay. Na, 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 na. You got to be able to depend on yourself. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. Justice may it be served. Divine retribution, that we receive divine retribution. And I call upon justice for the animals that are being abused. And these people are supposed to be taking care of them. And they treat them and they hurt them. Call upon divine justice for Mother Earth, Mother Tiamat, Amakai, for all the goddesses and all the women. I call upon justice for all the women who had their voices taken, silenced, because they said it's a man's world and we want the men to rule. And all I see is that all the men who have ruled, all I see is war, famine, abuse of power, pain and suffering from a man's rule. So it's about that change. That change is about to take place, because all I see is all men have been doing, and the position that they've had is cause and wreak havoc. And I love y'all, men. I love y'all. I love y'all with all my heart. But it is time for the matriarch to come back online. And they've been keeping us asleep long enough. We are remembering who we truly are. The truth is being revealed. And we will be able to dance and move in that space of knowing the truth of who we are. Somebody's going to have a lot of dreams moving forward these next few days. Your dreams are going to be very vivid. It's going to tell you the story, the true story, the truth of what has been really happening. Pray before you go to sleep that you can recall all of it, because I'm telling you, what you're going to be dreaming about moving forward is a game changer. Did you hear that ding? That's confirmation of what I'm saying. And I've had all these people come. No likes on the video. But guess what? It's okay. Because who will see it, will see it. Who needs to see, will see. The angels walk with me. The angels walk with us. Some of y'all have babies, children, spirits that walk with you, that would love to be reincarnated through you. Some of you just have them as your guides. They don't want to come back to this world. It's just too heavy. It's too dense. Everybody who came into this world at this time or being born moving forward are strong. Are very, very strong. And they may have the most sensitive soul, but because they are learning from the generations, from the millennials moving forward. This is the game changers. The millennials are the children who are choosing to heal while they have their children. Not just give their children to somebody else to raise. No, they're healing with their children. This is the generation. The millennials were born during the Pluto and Scorpio. And that is all about transformation. That is all about that change. Okay? So I'm saying to you, you guys got some heavenly divinity, divine people who passed on that you may know in your lineage and you may not know, but they walk with you, they guide you. They're trying to help you heal your inner child, because your inner child is what your imagination. This is how you are able to get excited about things again and be filled joy again. Miracles are happening. You got to have faith. Call upon the angels. I call upon my angels, my guides, to help me, guide me, protect me, because this is the time. You're being led on a path of righteousness. Yea, though you walk through the valley of the shadow of death, you will fear no evil, because you know that God is with you, because God is inside of you. And thy rod and thy staff, it'll comfort you, because God has prepared a table before you in the presence of your enemies. Your enemies is in you, and they surround you. That's why you got to be better than your own worst enemy. That's what we all learning right now. Some of y'all gonna give birth soon. You're gonna have a child. I saw the next 3 to 5 years, there will be more babies being born. I'm calling it. I'm telling you. It's gonna be like a spike, and they're gonna be shocked, the babies that are gonna be being born. And it's because what is taking place. There's a huge shift. I know people are afraid to have more children, but this is we're moving toward community-based relationships, and everything is shifting. So you're gonna notice, some of y'all noticing you're talking more to people around you. You're rebuilding. That's how it all begins. Okay? Your connection to the spirit realm, the animals. Some of y'all have connections to Anunnaki. I heard Simeon. Some of you have real strong connections to the planets, to the stars. You are very powerful, and you are remembering. This is what's happening. You're remembering who the F you really are. Some of y'all have ties to dragons. Just because they don't believe don't mean you don't believe. Just because someone else says it's not possible doesn't mean that it's not. Just because they say it. You have to walk in your knowing that you have the power in your words to say things, and so it is, and so it becomes, and so it was, and so it has always been. You have the power of your voice. Speak life. You are divine. You are powerful. May the light from the lighthouse shine on me. Shine on me, oh Lord. Shine on me. May the light from the lighthouse shine on me. All right? So may you walk in peace, and may you walk with the spirit of love, with the spirit of resilience, with the spirit of peace, with the spirit of knowing, with the spirit of truth, and with the spirit of justice. Sheo, you guys have a beautiful, blissful day. And remember my special, and like, share, subscribe if you haven't. I love y'all. And it is what it is, and was what it was. But you have the power. You are the money maker. You are the magic. You are the truth embodied in a physical form, because God is in you. Peace.